True well-being begins when we start to learn about ourselves from the inside out, to listen to our body, to decode our signals, and to create a personal rhythm that helps us to explore with curiosity our physical, mental, and emotional landscape. We've lost touch with our body signals, overwhelmed by noise, routines, expectations of what we should do. We feel disconnected and we are unsure of what our body actually needs. And we also feel afraid to get it wrong. And what we long for is to reconnect with our needs, what our body really needs. To know our body, to trust our cues, to understand our thoughts, our emotions, and to create a simple and sustainable health rhythm that is just uniquely ours. We live so fast that we stop noticing those signals that our body tells us every day. We move on autopilot, we forget to pause, or we simply don't allow us to deserve to pause. And we treat our body like an afterthought, not like a partner. And what happens is that our environment, stimulation, noise, all pulls us away from hearing what our body needs because it's so loud. And what we need is to just rebuild that connection with our body and a relationship with our own body, and to create the inner and the outer space that allows us to hear those signals again. What we really want is to just build a life where tuning in feels natural, simple, grounding, and almost automatic. And understanding ourselves begins with space. Space to pause, to observe, to connect, to listen. And before we can understand really what our body really needs and what works for us, is we need to create an environment that helps us to hear those signals. So here's a little reflection practice. What parts of your current routines pull you away from your body? Where and when in your day do you feel you run, rush, override certain signals of your body? Where you potentially ignore certain signals? What would a 60-second pause look like in your environment? And what thoughts and maybe even fears come up when you just think about giving yourself those 60 seconds to pause? How can you slowly overwrite those fears and start to slowly and organically shift into deserving those 60 seconds for yourself? What small environmental shift could help you to listen more and tune in? So for example, think your desk, kitchen, phone, your morning flow. And what cue can be and serve you as your daily check-in practice, like a little reminder to check in with yourself. And if you want to build an environment that helps you to really hear your body's signals again and shift into a health and well-being that you really want, then I would love to invite you to check out my Health Reset Journal. And it's full of reflection practices, all about your environment, how to generate momentum, motivation, and also just getting the basics right for your health and well-being. And your pace, your space, and just for you. Good luck.